Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where today we are going to finish off Tainted Lilith by going to the Beast. It is a nice little conclusion of the week. Am I gonna skip 2 item rooms on the first floor? Yeah, why not? This is the strongest character in the game. Or at least she's up there, so why not try? For the Beast, of course, we want to try to get that planetarium. Maybe we'll actually get a planetarium item we haven't seen yet. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know if there is one. We've seen quite a lot of planetarium items in some way or another, but I don't know if we've actually gotten all of them yet. But, we'll see. Maybe we'll get a new one. Maybe we don't. Either way, I'm sure it's going to be a good time. And more importantly, a nice and simple time. One where you just gotta press some buttons, don't I? It's just a nice little bit of tapping, and before you know it, the run's gonna be over. It's gonna be a big old victory. We'll have a win streak of 12, which is it's weirdly high already. I'm actually quite happy with how well win streak-wise things are going. But yeah, let's see if we can make something happen. I'm a little bit tempted to go to like a Gehenna floor, like one of them. And then to go down to the depths too. Just because I'm curious if you'd get different enemies on regular Gehenna compared to Beast Direction Gehenna. But I don't know if it's really worth the effort, you know? Because it would be kind of neat to see an enemy I haven't seen before, I suppose. So that'd be kind of fun. We could just, for the most part, just take the regular mother route as well, just for fun, because no real reason not to. I would like to have the Dreamcatcher, actually. I'm gonna blow up the machine with Tainted Lilith? I really don't want to. If I can avoid blowing up the donation machine as Tainted Lilith, I absolutely will, because there is no reason that ever should be necessary. So, let's see if we can avoid that. 5 coins. I mean, we're not exactly close to 15, but maybe the secret room will have something. That'll be lovely. Not sure where the secret room is. There's a lot of places that got blown up but never quite hit the wall. At least it's not underneath this item room, so that's good to know. There is some extra bombs here, so we do get a couple of extra attempts, but I'm kind of tempted to go for this chest as well. I already know it's not here, but I'm still going to blow up that wall, just for fun. The one in the bottom is definitely not going to be a secret room, just because there's a thin room next to it. And I guess I might as well use the key here for an extra bomb as well. Overall, not too bad. We might be able to afford it. It's a little bit on the fence, admittedly, but it's not impossible. It could be on either side. I'm gonna try this side first, just because we've seen more rooms. There we go. Can we get 5 coins from you, please? Hey, look at that. We don't need to blow up no donation machines. There was also still just a bunch of coins on the floor that I hadn't picked up yet, but they also require bombs, I guess. But that should give us a bunch of soul hearts just from existing, so that's kind of nice. There is also a chest here that I might as well go for. We do not have a key. Oh, that's actually really nice. I kind of spend all my consumables on nonsense, and now I cannot actually go in the mother direction. Oh well. What can you do? There's Baby Plum. Let me have a little think. I think I want to have Little Plum around. Yeah. I think I want to have Little Plum around. I think it's going to make me, on a morale level, play a lot better. Just to have Little Plum just save the day every now and then. So we're gonna make a friend today. And I for one can appreciate these moments. I don't know how well it actually works against the Beast, but really not terrible, right? Either way, it works pretty well against some of the early bosses as well, so definitely don't hate it. So come on. Come on, Little Plum. Wave and leave. Very nice. Get that plum flute, part of the Lord of the Flies transformation as well, of course. Very nice. There is Pin, which is awkward to use Little Plum against, so I might just not. I'm gonna make an attempt though, because it's just nice to have him around, you know. Okay, yeah, that works. Tear eye drops, I mean, that's fine, I guess. It's not super great, but it's not super terrible either. I'm gonna see if by blowing up these pots I can get some money so I can get a key or something, because I actually wouldn't hate it. It's also kind of weird to see eye drops on a character that doesn't have eyes, but that's the way this game crumbles every now and then, I suppose. That, yep, nothing. Alright, I mean, there could be something in the cursed room, but I think I'm just gonna go in the regular direction instead. As fun as the mother route is, occasionally you just don't get the option. So what are you gonna do? That is worth skipping. That is 2 item rooms. Is that another Excel floor? Really? Yeah, there it is. Alright, cool. I guess I'm just gonna do this. Why not? I was kinda hoping to maybe get like a bit more than 1 bomb, but at least we're gonna recharge our little plum friend this way, so if we get into a nasty scuffle, we should be okay. I wouldn't mind a little bit more health, though. I suppose we did get a little bit through through Dreamcatcher. It's something. I don't really even remember what the other item room was. I mean, one of them was like the eye that sort of spins around you. I forget what the item's even called because I just don't respect it. The other one, I don't know. I actually don't remember. Doesn't matter. It's all good. Didn't mean to leave the room, but actually it probably was the correct play. In terms of planetariums, I guess we're gonna have about an 80% chance after this floor, so that's exciting. I don't know. I'd like to have at least 1 bomb for later as well, but I will just take that black heart over it though. My game's stuttering a little bit. I'm not sure why. Don't care for it. I would appreciate it. Maybe I took the broken modem in a previous run and now it's finally activating. But it is happening a lot, and I don't have anything running. Like, why? Why are you doing this? Might be Steam or something, I guess. I don't know. I don't care. Man, it'll probably lessen the further we get. Anyway, consumables-wise, this run is a nightmare. I'm happy that I'm playing as a really strong character, because quite frankly, we're not getting a whole lot. Maybe it'll change the further we go along in this run, I suppose, but like we're back to 1 key after a lot of effort. We're at 0 bombs. We're at low amounts of money. We did get a lot of money by spending all of our bombs in the basement, I suppose, and maybe that's why I'm a little bit low on consumables as well. Also, I'm not sure if Dreamcatcher actually shows planetariums, but it probably doesn't, right? Because it's different, isn't it? Come on. There you go. That's a good whip. That was worth the key I spent on that. Now I can open this other chest. And that's also a really, really nice trinket. It would be good if I could carry 2 of them because... Oh god. Would I rather have tier rate or damage from the negative or something like that? If I could carry both trinkets, obviously that's going to be the choice, but it depends on what's in my shop. But I don't know. It is really good tier rate that you get out of that trinket, so it is honestly very tempting to go for it right now. Boop. Come on, little plum. Save the world. I kind of ran away from you, though. Look at him go. Thank you very much. Sometimes you need a little bit of that moral support. I think I definitely would have died in that room had I not done that, but fortunately, we had a friend along the way. And that's just lovely. Also, one thing that I may not have pointed out ever is that Tainted Lilith is technically a little bit better than originally because this attack actually aims at enemies now, which it didn't always do. So there you go. This is technically viable now. And it does have its moments. It definitely does have its moments where it is kind of nice to be able to do that if you want to shoot around a corner or a rock or something like that. With this build, maybe not so much, but in a lot of instances, there are moments where it does work out. So it's kind of nice. Speaking of nice, I wouldn't mind getting a key so I could enter my shop again. That would also be quite nice. Because we did just get a whole lot of money after all. Look at that, I can do that from a distance and not worry about a thing. Let's go fight a boss and then recharge our item. This is not a bad boss to use on, provided he doesn't jump. Nice. Good. You can jump now, that's fine. But as long as he just gets hit by the stompy attack, then I don't really care. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Whoops, didn't really dodge that at all, but that's fine. We did get to see our friend, and isn't that what winning is about? Yes. Yes, it is. I think there's only a handful of places where the secret room could be, so that's actually kind of nice. I see. That, if my item rooms weren't all terrible, I'd be very happy about this. Also, if we had a key, if we just had one key this run, but maybe the shop has a key inside it, because apparently nothing else does, and also I can't enter the shop unless my secret room is next to it, which I'm a little concerned about, because I think I was not over here. Maybe we could enter it? I don't know. There is a key over there that I can get with bombs. I don't know if I want to enter the shop or the planetarium. Please just... Oh, right, that would also open that, I guess. I guess I shouldn't have actually... Oh, wait, if I can just bomb the door. Right, I have a trinket that does more than just open the door to home. I forgot about that. That's a pretty good thing to remember. It's actually very, very useful. I have yet to see a pill this run, but sure, why not? Speed up, yep. Don't mind that. I'll take the one key just in case, though. It's probably going to be useful at some point. It does mean that I probably want to keep this trinket at least. Where is the secret room? Did I try that wall at least, or did I really just instantly bomb the door? Which does make sense, I guess, in the grand scheme of things, but still... It would have also made some sense to at least try. I'm gonna see, since we only have 2 bombs, if the secret room can be over here. And it certainly can be. It just didn't want to be. Right. I have 1 bomb remaining, but I can enter the planetarium with a key. So we're just going to do this carefully. Very nice. Bunch of money. Not bad. And I think there was a bomb on sale. Well, not on sale, but it was available in the shop at least. So let's just get that. Let's just get this as well. 2 bombs back in our pocket. Let's just blow this one up as well. Why not? Although I think the one in this secret room actually had coins in his eyes, so probably that would have been the better choice, but don't worry about it. It's all part of the plan. I'm still not sure what to do about this whole trinket situation, though. Part of me wants to go for the cracked key. The other part of me just wants to keep the devil card because it's probably going to be good enough. I'm going to make poor decisions today. That's what we're going to do. We are going to go for curse rooms. And hopefully not accidentally run into a whole bunch of enemies, which is the more likely event when I take this item every single time. But we did get a black card out of it. So can I truly complain? Yes. I can feasibly complain about everything. Including the fact that I cannot just jump over that little hole with the speed that Mars gives me. So, yes, I am bothered. Also, I wish I had 1 more room with enemies inside it so we actually had a charged up plum flute, but sometimes things just don't work out. Sometimes they don't want them. They don't want them. Let's just go. With this amount of health, I don't think I'm going to go into the Gahana. That one's for sure. And I guess I can also occasionally just use Mars properly. To just get away from enemies. Which I've not often done. I am having to use the D-pad for it to reliably do it, which I'm not loving. A lot of money dropped here. I might have actually been able to get away with just feeding him money, but I didn't. Alright, so good stuff. We got an extra heart container. We don't have enough bombs to go into the mines or whatever. And I don't think I can feasibly get enough bombs either, so very good. This is a big old mess is what this run is. Can we get another Excel floor? That is like teleport or pause or something like that. It's one of those. It's one of the remotes, and I don't care about any of them. Curse of the Blind at least makes sure that my angel room becomes worse, so that's exciting. It's, I'm happy that I'm Tainted Lilith, because quite frankly, I'm struggling a bit here. Oh, that was real close. I wonder if you can actually, how much damage you even do with Mars, as long if you run into an enemy. I could get that key with Mars as well, but I will certainly take damage. Except, if I remember that I'm Tainted Lilith, and I have other ways of grabbing things. That is an important thing to remember as this character, that you got a big old grabby hand coming out of your chest to assist you during troubling times. Today is one of those days. It is nice that we didn't get Curse of the Excel for the first time this run. So, you know, we can at least not worry about that. We do get really big worm friends, which will deal a lot of damage if they hit me, so I'd rather not. The constant stuttering is actually making me want to throw something away from me. It's actually really frustrating. And it keeps happening. So, yeah, I'm not loving that. Does this work, you think? Yes, very nice. In that case, let's just move you over there. And then we should be able to open up both, right? There we go. It is actually a really nice trinket. It is not just for the one thing that I use it for, which is to open the door. But it is also certainly very useful for opening the door. So I guess, how does that... I'm trying to, like, think of the path you'd have to take to go into, like, the first floor of Gehenna and then go to the depths too, but I guess you'd have to go from the mines. Whatever that's called. Because I certainly don't have the option now. Unless I could go into the next... No, that would... the next floor would be Gehenna too, right? Probably. I don't know. Don't worry about it. It's ultimately irrelevant, I suppose, because... I mean, you really don't have to do it. There is technically an achievement for finishing the bestiary, I think, which you ordinarily would do by just destroying one of every enemy. But it's bugged. So, or at least it was. I don't know if it still is, but we already have the unlock for it, I'm fairly sure. So, it is kind of irrelevant in our current state of being. Let's just get all of this. That's unfortunate. But yeah, there certainly was times where it probably was useful to have such thoughts. But for now, it is fairly irrelevant. So, let's just move on. Let's get this, because I kind of want to see what's in here. Kind of hoping for more items, but I'll take the extra consumables. We don't have any damage up, do we? Toothpaste damage, yeah it is. Oh, that's not great. That's why enemies are dying so slowly. Admittedly, I've not really gone into item rooms, but I wouldn't have hated seeing a damage up. 2, 1, 2. I really wanted to run into that enemy, and it's really quite tricky to use Mars properly. And it's probably not even worth the effort, given how much difficulty it is, and then you just end up running into an enemy trying to be clever about things. But you know, it would have just been really neat. Had it worked out, I would have really appreciated it for what it was. Let's blow you up. I need money for goods and services. Maybe that one item that we can buy in our shop is stopwatch. And then we actually have movement speed. Admittedly, we did get some movement speed with the speed up pill that we got earlier. So that's nice. We've also seen about 3 pills in total. And now we're never going to see a pill again. Because I just turned every pill into a... God. It's going so well, everyone. It's just going swimmingly. Let's just get that out of the way. I kind of forgot about you for a minute. And my deepest apologies for that, my little plum friend. Alright. Glass eye, and this will release some damage. Void. Yeah, I don't hate that, actually. We'd still have the plum flute in a way. I did not mean to do that, but it worked out. Never mind, it was all planned. It was a planned strategy. I can also use just the dash to go real quick into tiers and not take damage, I guess, but it's very scary. Alright, so let's just eat both of those. Range up, luck up, not bad. We do still have the plum flute in our void as well, so that's kind of nice. I don't know what it is with this character either. Like, I'm thinking about it. The last time we played Tainted Lilith, all the map icons were upside down and in the wrong place. This time, the game's stuttering every, like, 30 seconds. I don't really want to look into why. I just want to finish this run and call it a day. And instead, the game's making it tricky with nonsense. At least we're getting some health. The irritating thing about like minor stutters like that is that you're just gonna end up running into a spike or something, or into a tier, because you're just not dodging quite the way you're expecting, and then you have to make weird little adjustments that you were not ready for, and it just never really goes right. So preferably we're gonna be in a situation where that is not going to be a problem. Justice. Another soul heart, not bad. Voids recharged by accident. The curse room is free thanks to Mars. Little bit trickier to get into because of this magnet, but fair enough. And a sun card, not bad. Ace of clubs. I don't really care about sun card. Did I find a secret room? I did. Whoop. Nope. Whoop. Ace of clubs probably was better than the cards I'm currently carrying, but I feel like Judgment might be able to get me into one more angel room or devil deal, which would be kind of nice. Anything else I don't really care about. My health situation is a bit on the lower side than I would like, but not exactly concerning with this character. Plus, we're gonna have to enter every item room because they've all not been great. They've all not been great. And that is not exactly an exception. It is just chemical peel, I believe, which is good for one eye. My apologies for not playing the sound effect. But unfortunately, the trinket is worthwhile. Yeah, I'm just gonna blow you up. I got 37 coins. It might have been tempting to just give him money and get a health up or something like that, maybe. But I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So I'm not gonna do it. Do I want that? That's a solid question. That's not how you dodge a thing. I mean, I guess I could just void the item that is waiting for us as well, but I don't know. It's not like super exciting, you know? What is over here? A friend! I kinda wish I'd blew this one up now instead of the other one, but fair enough, I guess. We're gonna play this for a minute. That's not a bad trinket, especially when the plan is to go up. Because that is a lot of extra bone hearts. Also, I don't really need this trinket anymore. So that's kind of nice. Also, that trinket is really good. That I just in the previous episode relearned what that item even did. But I'm just gonna overcharge my void. And then I guess we're gonna go to the item room. Because there should be a restock machine in there now. And that at least makes it a little bit more tempting to go for. Didn't know I cursed the maze. We have been cursed every single floor. Incredible. Very good dodge. The nice thing about random tier flight is that I always find some way to get hit. Makes me a little sad, but not sad enough that I can't go. Good use of Mars. I really don't know how to use this item. You'd think it's all about just double tapping a button, and it literally is just a button with the D-pad, and yet somehow life finds a way to take that away from me. I do really like the idea of the bone heart trinket, actually. Oh yeah, look at this restock machine, everyone. Hang on. Is it just because I mean, I understand that I didn't have this trinket going into the floor. But you can generate a room like, you know, when entering it rather than generating the floor. That's a little annoying because certain items still work like that, you know? Like, you have a trinket that's this red crown that turns your item rooms into sort of devil deals instead. And I know with that one, at least you get like the choice before you enter the room, what it's going to be. Like if you drop it on the floor, you can see the item room go from red to yellow, and then it ends up just being a regular item room instead. And then if you pick it up before you go into it, it goes red again, so you have a choice. But apparently that's not the case with all of them. And that just rustles my feathers is what it does. Anyway, did I even actually get that? I didn't even think about it. Yeah, 2 damage for left eye. I don't really know how that works for this character, actually. Because I'm not exactly shooting out of my eyes either, so you know what? We're just gonna summon a friend, have him jump around in this room for a little moment. And then we will be on our merry way. At least we got something positive out of the whole affair, but quite frankly, little disappointed. Little bit disappointed. Alright, so if I accidentally use the full card somewhere willy-nilly, then at least I can just leave, which is nice. That is also kind of okay. Especially in terms of trying to then get things later for void uses. I would like to stop teleporting, but I mean, it's sort of getting us to the rooms that I want to be at, so I guess it's fine. There is plenty of red hearts on this floor. I'm actually just going to do this for a minute. I wouldn't mind just having a little bit more, because right now we don't have that much. We don't have that many things. And it's putting me in a kind of precarious situation where my health is just kind of low and everything's kind of awkward, so I wouldn't mind just a little bit more of a build. It doesn't have to be a whole lot, just like a little bit extra. 15 coins. I forget what my shop even had. Was there hearts inside? There was one more thing inside there, I think, and it might have just been a key or something. It wasn't super exciting. That's really the only thing I remember. That was a card. Sun card. Actually, that works. The sun. Maybe a bit of a waste of a sun card, admittedly, but I wasn't going to go back for it. I was definitely going to forget about it, because I already had forgotten about it. So it seemed unlikely. There you go. That is that is exactly what I was asking for. That is specifically the one thing that I wanted. Oh, I respect it. Nope. Oh, another one. Can I Mars into that? And just give him Mars health? Nope. Doesn't work. Oh well. Would have been nice. It is what it is. Okay, then we're just gonna go. I'm tempted to avoid both the Polaroid and the negative, you know? But let's just see what our options are, because the negative would be really nice to have. The Polaroid actually would be kind of nice to have if I could just stay on 0 red hearts. Which isn't too impossible. But extra damage would be kind of nice just because it's a little fiddly right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna take that. Take this too. Go to that DM beggar, give him some more health, and then win. That's the plan. I could blow you up. I could maybe get an item out of him if all things go well. Thinking. Having a thought. Singular. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Got some options here for sure. I left a trinket in my item room, apparently, which works out. Also wouldn't mind looking for the super secret room, I guess. We also still have some rooms to explore. Well, one room because we use the sun card, so we know it's the last room. I need like a little bit more. That's not a thing. Not bad. Shields for 30 seconds is like a year in Isaac time, so that's not too terrible. I don't know why I'm trying so hard to make this work, but simultaneously, I'm not playing that well today. Blow you up. Get a half a heart. Give you some money. Maybe get one more item we can void. Maybe get one more heart that we can give to the other beggar and get some cool stuff out of that. Suicide King. That's still a card that we have to use at some point. I'm gonna just take this. And then use that health to give it to my other friend. Who will then give me the best item in the game. Namely, flight. I'm gonna waste this. And see if we can get anything. Okay, that was a bit of a waste for sure. Okay, boop. Run into a spike. That was just for leisure. I had full expectations to run into that spike. And I didn't really stop myself either. I didn't properly greet my little plum friend, unfortunately, and that will be my greatest regret. I think I'm also just gonna blow up the battery beggar because I think I want to have money for the shop on the next floor. Instead. Also probably should have taken that one trinket that gives you familiars, but I didn't. I ran into a spike instead and then pretended it was all part of my grand scheme. Which I'm sticking with. We're actually just gonna get C-section every single run. With this character, it's at least not as ridiculous as all the other ones because I kind of like not having to hold the button, but it just keeps being there. Why is it there every time? I mean, admittedly, it's a very good item. It's hard to say no to, but why? Why does it keep showing up? I don't understand. This, on the other hand. Do I want all of these books in my thing? Maybe not how to jump. That's bookworm. Boop. There he goes. This is truly one of the best additions ever added to a video game, if you ask me. It's just something that every video game would be better with Little Plum in it. That is my scientific thesis, and I will stand by that thesis until the end of time. Regardless what all evidence might say otherwise. You could just have like a zombie survival game, just put Little Plum in there somewhere. Just have him hang out. Not even like a stuffed version or anything. Literally just like have him fly around. Drop some tears around, call it a day, you know? Just add Little Plum to everything. That is my scientific research, and I think that all the proof is available every single time you see Little Plum. And you really don't need to do any more research than that, so, you know, give me money for my great research. Because it's accurate. Can I do this? Yes. That one works. So at least we can get some good stuff out of Mars. There we go. High tier rate with this character is also just enough to win. Curved Horn is also... I'd rather have damage than range. And with range, I mean health. They're very easy to mix up things, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. But that put my damage so high that I am not really facing any more trouble. So that's pretty neat. It's amazing what a single trinket can do. If we had a gulp pill, that'd be nice. But unfortunately, my pills have mysteriously vanished from my life. When I bought a cool item from my shop that just looked like a question mark to me. Cool stutter. Wooden chests. I thought wooden chests only really appeared in like secret rooms and things, but apparently not, so that's good to know. Shows you how long I am aware of wooden chests. It is not that long. I think if I don't go into my item room, it's gonna change C-section into something else. But it might also just be lying about it being C-section because there's multiple items in there. There was a button in the top right. That's why everything died. Here's my item room. Chaos. Let's go visit my item room real quick. Then go back for that. That's really good defense. We're getting every single good item and trinket in a game now after I've complained for a little bit. So I'm happy that the game is catching on. Kind of wish I knew about Chaos before going into the library, though, because I think that could have been more interesting. But in terms of the remaining item rooms, which is almost all of them, I do kind of appreciate it. Yeah, let's just... How well does this work? Yeah, because now I'm just not shooting tears anymore, unless I'm holding the attack button. Upon which I'm honestly shooting quite a lot of C-section babies anyway, so it's still not bad. But it's a different experience, isn't it? Because you do have to hold it for a little bit before one of those babies comes out. Which is a shame. Certainly one I will overcome, but still a little bit of a shame for sure. Let's just buy this as well. Judgment. Oh, cards. Temperance.
Judgment.
Do I have any more purpose for money? Not really. I guess I can just give you some money. And, I didn't even check if he was giving an item or not. I just immediately went to that blood donation machine. I'm just gonna eat that. I don't really need the health. What just happened? Oh, right. Book of Monsters Manual. Right, yeah. Monster Manual. That's what happened right there. I got real confused about that for a second, and I appreciated that I suddenly had 2 more friends, but... It just caught me off guard a little bit, is what it did. It's a shame all these are gonna go away the moment I go on the Ascent, but... It's fine. High Priestess or Magician? I'll actually take Magician. Like, look at this. This would just be so nice to have during anything. It would just be really useful, but instead... It's also one of those familiars that you just don't see that often.
Just get over it.
Yeah, this still works pretty well, especially with Bookworm. We're pretty quick for Tainted Lilith as well, so that's nice. It's just been a week of just getting really, really powerful builds. I guess particularly as well because I just keep getting C-section every single run, which does genuinely make every single build in the game stronger. I'm trying to think if there is a build that wouldn't be improved by C-section, and I'm genuinely struggling to think of anything. Because it is just that good. Chariot. But I think if you get C-section, most characters just win, you know? It's actually kind of wild how strong this item is. And I appreciate it for that. That's just odd. I don't really need I don't need an inner child. I do not need it. I think this character will manage somehow. Surprised I dodged those tears, but I will take it and move on. It's to the point where I'm tempted to just skip every item room if I don't see it on the way to the portal, because at the same time we did get Chaos, so I kind of need to make use of that a little bit. Okay. I'm just trying to have some fun here, and then Dad tells me to shut up. It's just not nice. Sharp straw? Sure. Why not put that in there? Why not look at Lil Plum for just a little bit longer before we move on? Yeah. That's the good stuff. Alright, well, Sharp Straw is in the void. Didn't give us a stat up because it was an active item, but it will certainly help us out, maybe. I don't know if it has any effect during any of the boss fights, but we're going to find out. It's going to be great. I, for one, can't wait. I'm happy that we find an item room, at least, on the way. Oh yeah, and then we got 2 XL floors. This is going to take a minute before we leave these 2, but fair enough. Need to be a little bit careful, though. I guess I should. Okay, let's just remember that I have C-section. That's the downside of this character. You just forget you have certain really good, really ridiculously powerful items. It's a real irritating problem to have. How do you deal with this? Just being too powerful. Sure that there's nothing. I should have just put that in the void. Didn't. But the void would have been a good place for an item that does nothing. At least it would have been a stat up, but you know, sometimes you gotta keep a couple little plums in your pocket for whatever purposes require a little plum to be there. Again, one of my great master schemes. Certainly. If we could also just have red hearts drop for some reason every now and then we're just gonna keep this bone heart forever and we don't have to worry about our health either, so that's just lovely. Would like to keep the bone heart though. But fortunately, This floor is filled to the brim with health. There's actually so many red hearts on this floor, I didn't even fully realize how many there were. I should at least check the item room. It's against my better judgment, arguably, because I feel like... I mean, it could make my build better, but I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Oh, we do have chaos. I keep forgetting about chaos. We can get nice things, maybe. But it is a big floor. Trying to skip every single possible dead end as well, but it's working out. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not with C-section. You know what? I found a build that might be a little bit scarier with C-section. And it is a build that has number 2 in it. But simultaneously, you only really need a little bit of control to not worry about that too much. Because as long as you're just holding the attack button, it is not going to be a problem. Because you only drop one bomb, and then unless you let go of the attack button, you're not going to drop another one. So as long as you know how the item works, it's not too bad. Though if you're unaware of how it works, it just feels random, and then, yeah, it becomes a lot scarier. So I guess I understand. But for now, let's move on. There should be 2 more item rooms on this path. There isn't really that much left to talk about because, again, look at this nonsense. It doesn't even shoot. It does shoot pretty quickly, but it's not like, you know, a machine gun of babies. So it's still just, it's so good. It's so good. It's so nice. Admittedly, my trinket is assisting the extra damage a lot, but I think even without the trinket, this would be a fairly effective way to live life. Blue map. Hey. We got a little red fly along with our little plum friend. I do kind of want to have that charged before the bosses. So I want to see as many little plums as I can possibly create, which is 3, I think. 2 with overcharge, and then from the extra recharges that you get from things and such. That makes it a little bit trickier, though. Unless there is just a lot of rooms in this floor, but I can't imagine there being that many. I hope we can actually... Well, we can recharge it on Dogma, I guess. So if we do the remaining rooms that we can see, then we should be fine, but... I just want to make sure, I just want to have as many friends as possible during the beast fight. That's the main important part of this run. Those babies got exploded. they just flew away. I don't know what that was all about, but I guess those enemies do die rather violently. I just wasn't ready for it as a visual spectacle. There we go. Where was the thing again? I should at least pick up the quarter, I guess, but I kind of just forgot about it already. I forgot where the door is. Is it near the machine? The fortune teller machine? There we go. We got there in the end. So many terms in this game. It's easy to forget a couple, you know? Yeah, there you go. We can sleep in the bed. We see one more dream, even with the dream catcher, because this place is just a little bit more haunted than all the other places. This is a little late, but I still just want to have my friends available. I know optimally it is better to consume it with the void, but I will not. I shall not do that. Best friend. What a great thing to find in your final chest. Gotta love chaos. It is always filled to the brim with joy. I guess it's a nice and quiet beast and dogma fight this way. Because I just hold the button. I wonder if I can dodge dogma by just sitting around in this place. Because usually I just run around all across the room. Maybe if I just don't do that. But I guess simultaneously if he does this attack, he's just going to be dead before he does the second attack. So then it becomes a little bit more relevant. I used Mars on purpose there. It was certainly not an accident. Now, do I get an extra charge for fighting Dogma? Yes. Okay, good. Devil card, Magician card, Lil Plum. And it's Lil Brim. It was very briefly Lil Plum, but it's still Delirium, so he changed back. So, a little bit of a shame. Lil Plum got a little lost, but he's doing his best. I can't complain. Anyway, I'm just gonna hold the attack button in this direction for a while, and then we win. Everything that he's spawning is just instantly destroyed by a whole bunch of purple babies. Except for that one, I guess, but I'm still not overly concerned for some reason. I feel like I barely even have to touch the controller at this stage, you know? It's quite the build. It didn't even explode. Oh, the damage of this is just absurd. And I appreciate that. Gonna use the last two little plums just on the beast. Death does not get little plum. He does get to remove my holy mantle though. Or my dogma mantle, whatever you wish to call it. There we go. We're almost done. We've almost completed yet another tainted character. And that's exciting. Look at that. Two little skeletons. Two plum friends going at it. Whole bunch of purple babies. Actual baby plum friend, the purple one, Lil Plum. I forget what his name is, but he's great. Might just be called Plum Friend. I'm not 100% sure, actually. Got a bunch of bones surrounding us because of the Book of the Dead. We have spiders bursting sack, I guess. So that's cool, I suppose. And we got through exactly one wave before skipping to here. I'm just going to hold the attack button and call it a day. And if we only get top stalactites, I'm not even going to take damage. But it looks like we're going to take a little bit of damage. But we still managed to do it. Twisted Pear. That was one of the followers that we saw, actually, with the monster manual. Which I didn't know we didn't have unlocked yet. Of all things, but apparently you can get non-unlocked babies with Monster Manual. That's interesting. Either way, Lilith is completed. It certainly was a run. If I just get C-section every single build from this point on, I will happily accept that because it's very, very powerful. So, yeah, let's keep that up. Very, very good. Went about as expected with Lilith, I suppose, but having a ridiculous build to go along with it. Don't hate it. Don't hate that at all. We're doing stats-wise. 581 secrets out of, I think, 637 or something along those lines. The main weird one we still have to do is still Ace of Spades, I believe. But other than that, it is mostly just a couple challenges. A bunch of Tainted unlocks, and then we're done. Slowly but surely. Also, we have to die 100 times, but I'm sure Tainted Lost is willing to help us with that a lot, so I'm not especially worried about it. But theoretically, there could be the chance that we have to die a couple of times extra if we can keep our death count under 100, because we unlock scissors with that, but not especially worried about it. I think this is going fine, and I do not mind it. Either way, hope y'all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll be doing another run with a different character, and I hope to see y'all there. Bye-bye.